Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. I wanted to give you an update on the progress of our screen porch project here at the homestead. It's been since I think about July 15th or 16th since I've done an update. And the reason for that is that the contractor, I think, abandoned the job. And we had to actually threaten legal action to get him back to finish the job. And I really hated to do that kind of action to spur him into getting the job done, but here's what has happened since then. The last day that he was on site was, I think, July 15th or 16th. And they finished working on the steps that you can see kind of behind me there. They got them installed, and that was it. Didn't hear a word from them. Didn't hear anything more. No scheduling, no nothing. Will be here this day or that day. And we've been in contact with them a number of times during that period of time and began investigating what our options are from a legal standpoint to get the job finished, whether he finishes it or whether he pays to get it finished, one or the other. So we started looking around for attorneys that specialize in this kind of work, and guess what we found? A fellow that we go to church with is a construction attorney. Now I think he does both sides of the equation, so he represents contractors and he represents contractees that may have found themselves in difficulty. And I haven't talked to him yet, but we have suggested that the next time our contractor decides to evade us, give us more lies, give us more excuses, that will be the next phone call that he gets. Let me take you through what's been going on over the last few days. So as you can see behind me, the lattice work has been installed partially. I don't have any access to get underneath there yet, but that's on the list to be able to make sure that I've got some sort of access to get underneath there in case I need to for whatever, storage, dead animals, raccoons, you name it. But because we live in a wooded area, I'm a little concerned that they just walled all this off without giving us access to that. The screen is finally in. They have stained everything, painted everything that they needed to paint. So they've got another maybe 6 to 10 hours worth of work here. They've got to do a little bit of cleanup around here. There's tools and debris still laying around, and as you can see, they have stained the deck out here where it's looking pretty good, but that needs to be filled in with lattice work. And on the other side of that needs to be screened in with lattice work. They've cut the panel there for the bottom part of that one. The weather has been horribly hot around here over the last couple of days. He didn't show up again until Wednesday of this week, which was July 31st. So there was a good solid 2 weeks that he just absolutely ignored us. After multiple phone calls, and the threats of legal action, he finally showed up to finish the job. And whether he finishes it the way he needs to finish it, that remains to be seen. But I am impressed with the quality of the carpentry that's gone into the work here. The deck working is way better than I would have ever expected. Everything's been put in. The skylights are in there. The stain has been done. The painting's been done. All the little details that you really count on making sure in a project that they get done the way you want. But we've still got a number of issues. Down here in the at the base of the stairway, we've got kind of a shortened area because the stairway had to come out the way it did, and he suggested pouring a concrete pad there so that we can get access in there. Now, he did remove quite a lot of the debris and excess stuff that was left over from the job. He got the junk out of here, and he took the about maybe 6 or 7 wheelbarrow loads of bricks that he tore out of our brick frontway out there and dumped them in our creek bed. And I'll show you a little bit of video about that. He's going to have to answer for that kind of nonsense. That's kind of like the shortest, quickest way to get rid of debris is to just dump it somewhere on the homeowner's property that you think you can get away with it. Well, he ain't going to get away with that. So he's going to have a crew come back in here and get the landing set for the base of the stairs. He's got to finish up the staining of the lattice work that's up here now. He's got to give us an access panel to get into there because there's lumber, there's eaves troughs in there, downspouts and stuff underneath there that I can't get to without having to crawl underneath there on my hands and knees. And so he's going to have to do something about that. I'm a little disappointed. In fact, I'm a lot disappointed in the way he handled this as a professional contractor. He has to deal with subcontractors for carpentry, for electrical work, for the screening work, for a little bit of this and a little just the general labor kind of work. And I understand what that's like. It's very difficult. I've been in situations where I've had to manage subcontractors who all have their own agenda to deal with things, their own timelines to deal with things, and it's a difficult task, and I'll give them credit for being able to orchestrate and coordinate and schedule everybody to be here at the right time with the right tools and get the job done. So we're still waiting. We've still got a few hours left of work to do and an awful lot of cleanup yet to do. I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to walk around and show you some of the things that I see that still yet need to be done. So I'll be right back with a tour. So here's just some of the things that still need to be done. Obviously, this needs to be stained to match the rest of the project here, like the steps have been stained. We've got to get lattice work underneath here. This panel has to be installed. This is the, we're getting a little bit out of focus here. So let me see if I can get in a fairly good spot. This area here is going to be poured concrete around to get that so that we've got a landing there. The steps are in place. The screening is nearly finished, but they took off a little bit early today. We've got lattice work around this side, but none here. And we've got lattice work on this side, and the screens are put in up here. So that all looks fairly decent. I'd like to have some sort of access panel in here or on the other side. I'm not quite sure which is going to work out best for us. But let me take you down to just take a look at the debris that's around here still. They've got an awful lot of cleanup to do. But let me take you down to show you what he did with the brick work and stuff that was left over from the demolition phase. So here's where they decided that they were going to dump some of the excess debris. And this little creek runs right in front of my property between us and the road outside. There are big chunks of bricks and all kinds of stuff. There's another pile over here I didn't see before. So they just came in here and dumped it. And I didn't appreciate this kind of dereliction of duty, I guess. So there's this pile here, the one behind us that I just showed you. We've got this one here with bricks across the creek, down here, and all the way around the other side of the driveway that crosses our little creek that runs in front of our house. So I'll be taking you around to here and show you that right down in here he dumped a whole bunch of stuff over across the way and even across the driveway and down into there. He has dumped the debris from the demolition work on the brick steps that we had. So I was not too happy when I discovered that yesterday morning. So there's the update on our screen porch build at the homestead right here. I still think I'm going to get in touch with our attorney friend from church and talk to him about what kind of final resolutions we could possibly negotiate with this guy. I'm very disappointed in the way he handled the final steps in the process, and I just very disappointed in the whole process. The construction itself, I think, was done very, very well, very professionally, and I don't have any complaints about the quality of the work that went into it. I just don't think that the work in total was up to standard. And I guess we'll just leave it at that. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.